Yo, what's going on? It's that boy Fred. Welcome back to another video. Now, in today's video, we're going to be doing another ranking video, but in this ranking video, we're not going to be about ourselves today. We have my good friend, NinjaShark in the building. Ninja, say what's up to him.
What's up, everybody? You know what I'm saying? I'm in the building. This is my first time on the channel. That's crazy.
Indeed, man. You know, it's about time I bring you on the channel. You know, your channel over there been kind of quiet, so you know we got to bring you over here so we can get you back up. Yes,
thank you so much for allowing me to have some sort of content.
Of course. But yes, bro, in today's video, we're going to be, as you can tell by the title and the thumbnail, we're going to be ranking the Dragon Ball Z arcs. So of course we have the Sand Saga, Frieza Saga, Cell/Android Saga, and then the Buu Saga. So Shark, tell me what our number 4 spot is going to be on today's list.
So what we have for our number 4 slot, I don't think a lot of people gonna disagree with us on this one because you hear a lot of controversy about this arc anyways. But our number 4 has to be the Buu Saga, and we have a lot of good reasons as to why it is number 4. So
yes, the Buu Saga, as we all know, might be, if not the most action-packed, saga out of them all, considering the fact when it comes to the fights and the moments in here, it's all there. The only thing we felt that it was truly missing is just the story that the rest and the lore behind it that the rest of the arcs mainly had, and of course a little bit more. But that was mainly my biggest thing behind the Buu Saga being, number 4 on the list. Is it kind of came out of the blue, unlike the rest, which had some type of lore and some type of background to it, which the Buu Saga just somehow lacked. So
yeah, I 100% agree. It's literally like the Sand Saga. It always like alluded to Goku being some type of different thing because he had a tail. Like normal people don't have tails, and then
people don't come out of the sky neither.
Exactly. And then the Frieza Saga was alluded in the Sand Saga, and then the Android/Cell Saga is literally a byproduct of the Dragon Ball Saga, like in Dragon Ball. But then the Buu Saga kind of just came out of nowhere, and this old like folklore bibbidi bobbidi boo just came to life. And then they're like, oh yeah, Majin Buu is around like millions of years ago.
Yes,
and then you have Kais, and then you have Super Saiyan 3, and then you have a Kai that can draw out your unhidden potential. And it was just so much.
Yeah, it was so much in this one arc. And I really feel like the only backstory we had was that the only 2 people Frieza feared was the legendary Super Saiyan and Majin Buu. Or was it Beerus? Was it Beerus and Buu? Or was it...
See, Beerus was like freaking so later down the line. Like, Toriyama just be thinking of stuff and then just be like, yeah, let's go with that. Like,
yeah,
I think it was Buu and Beerus.
Yeah, I want to say it was Buu and Beerus.
Yeah.
But so yes, it was out of the blue, honestly.
Like, don't get me wrong, we're not saying that the arc was terrible because the Buu Saga has some of the best fights in the entire like Super Saiyan 3, literally one of the most iconic scenes in
my
Dragon
favorite
Ball.
Actually of all time.
Mystic Gohan, the fight you, no, I want to kill you.
Come
that
on
line
now, bro.
Right there,
the Majin Vegeta sacrifice.
Yes,
it's
so good.
It's so much packed in there.
It's just it lacked, it didn't have what the other 3 arcs had. It just didn't have the pizzazz,
Yeah, sadly it did not. But yeah, I mean, nonetheless, it was still a good arc for what it provided to us. It was a good arc. It isn't as good as the rest, sadly. If you disagree, you might as well go down to the comment section, go and drop your opinion. And then, of course, I'll talk to you about it down there. But I feel like we can go ahead and move on to number 3 off that note. And number 3 on this list is probably going to be a little controversial too. We have agreed on the Frieza Saga being our number 3 spot.
Yeah.
So
hear us out, though.
Oh, go ahead.
No, I was just saying, hear us out. Like, hey, we got good reason why.
Yeah, of course, we got the reasons. We got the reasons. Our biggest reasons for putting Frieza Saga at number 3 is that while it has a better lore and backstory and plot than the Buu Saga, what it lacks in is I want to say what's the right word? I guess you could say it lacks your attention span in the beginning. Let's say that. Like I don't really know the best word to use, but it definitely can. I wouldn't say it will bore you, but the beginning is definitely not the best. It's, as Shark was saying when we was talking over this, it's just a big old game of cat and mouse until at least Vegeta and probably Piccolo show up. That's when it starts to get like actually good. Because Krillin and Gohan, this little cat and mouse thing they were doing the entire time, it wasn't it, honestly. It was a struggle to watch.
Yeah, like if you watched the anime only and not read the manga, literally the first part of it was just like they're thinking about, oh shoot, something fell. They were thinking about how they're gonna get to Namek, all this stuff. So that was already like 5 episodes right there. Then there was a little filler episode where like something happened with the ship or whatever, and they encountered some people. Then they finally got to Namek. They fought a little bit, but then pretty much the majority of the first part of the Namek saga was Gohan and Krillin hiding from the Frieza soldiers, trying to find the Dragon Balls, and Vegeta just killing the Mechians.
Just straight dropping them, bro.
So you get to like, you have our main protagonist kind of like running away, and then like I was telling Fred earlier, it literally just turned into let's wait on Goku.
Yeah.
Now that did happen in the Sand Saga, but we did get training. We did get actual fights before Goku got there. In this arc, it was literally they were just hiding and not really doing much until the Ginyus. Yeah. If we're being honest.
Yeah, I mean, and of course, Vegeta had this little thing going on with Zarbon and Dodoria, but I mean, that was, it was cool. We got to see more of Vegeta, but it really got interesting when these galactic warriors that were known, that actually was scaring Vegeta, who's all big and bad at this point in the story, who's scaring him. He's talking about the Ginyu Force, and now these dudes show up. Now it's starting to get interesting because these are dudes that's actually making Vegeta kind of shake. And then you got all the Ginyu Force are pretty cool characters.
I agree.
We got. Actually, I'm not even gonna say the word I was about to say about Raccoon. We have an interesting version of a character, whatever you want to call Raccoon. Jais, the freaking spicy Australian, bro. Come on now. Then we got Guldo. He's fired. Ginyu is a really interesting character. I liked him the most by far. The whole body really changing cool thing. Ginyu's a very detailed and interesting character in my opinion. But like,
and then we have the slowest in the universe.
Yeah, exactly, bro. Come on now. Like, I mean, it got good at a certain point. Like we said, like the Ginyu Force is where it like really took off and it got a lot better. But the leading up to that definitely took a toll, and that's definitely why this arc has to be a little bit lower on the list.
And then we were also talking about, we were just talking about how, like, again, just like the slow start, and Fred was like, it really didn't pick up really much until like Vegeta started to fight Frieza, and then that's when we really started to kick off. It was just back to back
That's
fights.
When you get that Dragon
Vegeta
Ball
versus
feel.
first form. Yeah, you had Vegeta versus first form Frieza. You had Piccolo versus second form Frieza. Gohan even had his moment against third form Frieza. Now, was he even remotely close to strengthen him? Not at all. But he still did some really cool stuff.
Even Krillin got killed, bro. Like it was on and popping.
You got to see freaking Krillin do his Destructo Disc against second form Frieza and take off his tail. Like that was crazy.
Come on,
and then you get the iconic moment of the legendary Super Saiyan, and that whole fight scene was just freaking epic. And then at the end of the arc, it was like a bittersweet type of feel, because we all thought that Goku was dead, find out Goku wasn't dead, and find out Goku just denies the power of the Dragon Balls.
Man just said, yeah, no.
Like Purunga was like, yeah, let me bring him back, and then Goku was like, nah, not right now.
And bro, I mean, the Frieza Saga, I love it though, bro, because my favorite moment in the Frieza Saga is, Goku being Goku. Here, I'll give you energy. Haha, I caught you lacking. You fool! Come on now, bro.
Nice energy blast, man.
Come on,
as
bro.
most of the games dub it, angry Kamehameha.
Bro, that was in the English dub, bro. Come on, Sean, bro. He does his thing, man.
You fool! Yeah, that's nice.
Bro, come on now. It's a great arc, nonetheless, though.
Yeah.
But I think we've been rambling on that one long enough. I think we can get down to the nitty gritty of the top 2.
All right. Let's get into
talk
this
to him
number
about
2,
what is number 2. Come on now.
All right, we just gonna rip the Band-Aid off right now.
Come on.
The Sand Saga is number 2.
Indeed, it is. Now this
So-
is more so. Oh,
Yeah, look, I'm just gonna start off as to like why the Saiyan Saga is number 2.
yep.
I think that now it started out like this is. I think that the Saiyan Saga was one of the best starts to an anime ever.
By far.
Like you had Goku like first going to Kame House because like a lot of people didn't really watch Dragon Ball, for being honest. So you really have Goku like it's reintroducing all of these characters.
Mhm.
Then Goku's brother just comes out of nowhere. Come to find out, Goku is an alien, which everybody already knew. But like we find out that he's this alien, and then he fights him. Come to find out that Goku's son has hidden powers.
Exactly.
And then we get introduced to Nappa and Vegeta, and it's
We
just
forgot
from then on.
We figure out their entire race got destroyed, and then we figure out there are a few survivors being Raditz, Goku, Vegeta, Nappa, and then you figure out what the Saiyans were truly doing, and then it's like it's a lot. It's definitely a lot to take in at that beginning, especially with the whole Saiyan backstory. It's like it's interesting. It definitely is. It was well needed, especially to justify what Goku was. Because I feel like if they would have left that out, it still would have been like, okay, what is this? Like, still, who is this kid who just fell from the sky, who had a tail, who could turn into a giant ape? Like, what is he, and why does his son inherit it as well? So I felt like the Sand Saga was definitely well needed, in my opinion. And then it arguably has like probably a top 3 fight in all of Dragon Ball, probably all of anime for me. I think Vegeta versus Goku.
And then like also just like how raw Nappa was. That man was just dog walking Piccolo, who was set to be Goku's rival. Like that was insane.
Yes.
And I don't care what anybody says. The Kaioken is a really interesting technique.
It is.
It's nice. I'm glad that they brought it back for Super. Now the way he does it while joining it with Super Saiyan Blue is meh. I wish he would kind of just like, I don't know. But
yeah.
I really enjoy how like you can multiply your powers. That, like you said, Vegeta versus Goku, one of the best. Kaioken times 4 versus his Gallic gun.
Ooh, come on now, bro. That's
And then how Grade 8 Vegeta was fighting a 4-on-1 battle and almost won.
the problem. Exactly. He did not lose technically. It's like it wasn't, and that's another thing. It wasn't the same because at the end of this fight, the big villain who was at this saga, he did not lose like the rest. Like the rest technically lost. I mean, Frieza did survive somehow, but I mean, we know he lost. Vegeta, like, and all these other dudes were most of the time fighting at least a 1-on-1, except for Gohan. Well, honestly, you know, any Boo was getting double teamed almost the whole time. So even besides him, Vegeta was fighting like the most out of all these. He was at least fighting what? Gohan, Krillin, Goku, and freaking Yajirobe, yes. He was at least fighting about 4 people at one time.
And then Gohan turned Grade 8, crushed Vegeta. Vegeta got hit by a Spirit Bomb, a Kamehameha, and he was still alive. Like, come on, man.
Vegeta was a tank, bro.
And then I think one of my favorite moments from the entirety of the Saiyan Saga was when Tien was fighting Nappa, and this man Nappa just punched off his arm.
Yeah.
Just like punched it off.
Nappa was a thug to everybody that wasn't Goku.
He really was.
Like, to everybody who wasn't Goku and Vegeta, Nappa was a legit bully, bro. Nappa was a great character.
As soon as he showed up,
I tried to avoid that word. As stupid as Nappa could be, he was amazing. Let's say that.
As soon as he showed up, this man just destroyed an entire city.
Exactly.
He took out the whole army. This man, Chaozu blew himself up. All it did was just like break Nappa's armor.
Then the
killed
Cybermen.
Piccolo.
I forgot about the Cybermen.
Oh yeah, the Cybermen too. Yamcha had the worst moment. This is why people don't like Yamcha for real. Like,
come on, man. Like, you can't lose
like
to Cybermen.
he lost to a Cyberman, and then Krillin proceeds to take like 3 of them out at once. Like,
the freaking scatter Kamehameha, bro. Come on now.
like even Krillin had his moment. Like if Nappa wouldn't have dodged the Destructo Disc, he would have got cut in half.
Yes, watch out, Nappa.
Man,
Yes,
yeah,
like the Sand
this
Saga.
arc
Man,
very short, but short and sweet.
yes, it was. It definitely was not the longest, but man,
Added in
was it
so much
packed the
lore,
punch.
man.
It packed.
Because this is when we found out like that Piccolo wasn't a Namekian. Like when Piccolo, they were like, oh, we can just kill Piccolo and then we can just go to Namek and use their Dragon Balls. So that added in lore to the Frieza Saga. Come on.
So
man.
then that's the build up of the Frieza Saga right there. So come on now, bro. For people who say Dragon Ball don't got story, come on now, you're tweaking. You're tweaking. Now, we just said our fair share on all the other arcs. And I think it's final that we come down to our number 1. And that is the Android/Cell Saga. I'm gonna let you start off as you always.
Man. First of all I gotta say is the starts of the arc, man. Future Trunks. Come on, dude. Not only did we have this guy, like just starting off watching it, you get this dude who had, first of all, he has can we just say how Trunks is dressed like a freaking dweeb, but has one of the most dripped out outfits ever? This man has his shirt tucked in, a freaking short jacket. He has a bowl cut, and his pants are pulled up all the way past his belly button, and he looks like one of the coolest characters that you've ever
Trunks
seen.
Was such a thug when he pulled up.
And he
even got his own mama flirting at him, bro. Like, come on.
And he has a sword.
Bro, like,
and then
everything
you
about
see this dude.
Trunks,
Go ahead, man.
Oh no, I was just gonna say how cool Trunks was.
You had this dude come in who Goku was low-key struggling against Frieza with, and then he just cuts him up easily.
Like mid diffs, not even mid, low diffs.
Low diffs. And then kills Frieza's father too.
Like, bro. And Trunks, like, not only did he beat him, he just flat out shit on them, bro. Like, it wasn't even close. Like, nobody in that Frieza army had a chance.
Facts.
And that's just the beginning of the arc. They have nothing to do with it, and it started off so good.
And then you sitting here thinking, like, there's another Super Saiyan? Like, who is he? Like, what's his backstory? And then you get his backstory, and you're like, that's freaking awesome.
That's dope, bro. Like, that is fire. And then he starts telling you, Freak Frieza, that's not who we're talking about. He tells us about these androids that are coming to destroy the Earth, and Goku's gonna get a heart disease? What? What are we, like, this is going all over the place now. But it's all so good because then the androids show up, and let's just cut the chase. The androids are amazing characters. Like, you can't even hate on them. Even as cocky and as evil, if you want to call them, whatever you want to say about them, you cannot deny that the androids were not amazing characters. Especially 17.
Yeah.
Let's get that. 17.
Yeah, 17 was raw. Like, and let's not forget about the fact that these androids were created by the Red Ribbon Army, a person from the Red Ribbon Army, someone that Goku fought when he was 15 years old.
Yes.
In Dragon Ball. Like, that's freaking awesome. The fact that that's a callback all the way to the original, so that gives people like a reason, like, oh, let me go watch Dragon Ball. Let me go see what Goku actually did to the Red Ribbon Army.
Exactly. Why is this man wanting so much vengeance right now?
Man, yeah, and then like you have so many epic moments, like the fact that Goku had a heart disease and like was fighting this android and lost, like that's crazy. And Yamcha got stabbed through the chest.
Then you get a top 3 OST in Dragon Ball, and then a great transformation from Vegeta, bro. It's like, come on now. Like, Vegeta versus 19, it honestly, I don't even know if you want to call it a good fight, but it was just a really good moment, bro, for Vegeta. Like, we get to see Big Bang attack, Vegeta Super Saiyan. We get to see that cocky, proud Saiyan attitude again once more, bro. It's like, it's beautiful, honestly. And this is still not this isn't even the ending of it. Like, we probably haven't even reached the midway point of the arc, bro.
And then what's crazy is, like, we just got this epic moment from Vegeta just for him to just get downplayed so easily. Shit. It's like, what I think about is, like, was Vegeta actually weaker than her, or was he just running out of energy because she has infinite energy? You get what I mean?
Honestly, I was thinking that, because the way he bodied 19 and the way that he bodied Gero, well, Piccolo kind of bodied Gero, but the way he basically bodied 19, it showed that he was significantly stronger than him. But my thing was, I feel like he was weaker than him because Gero did have them locked up, but then, like, for some reason let them out. I'm assuming because these are the ones that he could not control the best. Like, it was a reason that he felt the need to go back to the lab and release these ones specifically. And that was the crazy part. And so I always felt that the androids were significantly stronger. And that's why Trunks was really trying to warn Vegeta, because, like, I don't really know where we want to put it, because stutter. But I think it was pretty, like, well stated that Goku was still stronger than Trunks even coming back. And, you know, Vegeta would have been stronger than Goku by this point had Goku still not trained when he was on Yardrat. So
that's fact.
You know, you could say that Vegeta is, you know, just a little bit weaker than Goku, but a tad bit stronger than Trunks. And so, if that case, Trunks was, you know, I guess you could say holding his own against these androids. It was, you know, a lot better when he finally managed to kill him once he, you know, got Super Saiyan and all this and got significantly stronger. If you're counting, you know, like the future Trunks and Gohan, you know, like special, then it's like Vegeta should have been able to do better than what he did. Like, I feel like he shouldn't have did in that bad. Like, definitely
broken arms.
Yes, like, Trunks was able to take on both of them for quite some time. And you just got absolutely destroyed by one of them.
Exactly.
And it wasn't even the stronger one.
Exactly.
You got destroyed by, because honestly, I don't know where 16 is. Like, I don't know if 16 is stronger than both of them, because 16 was such a weird one.
I think so, because we had, which we're getting there, like, first, just going through the timeline, we have Kamikalo getting there.
Yep.
He's fighting Cell, and we get introduced to Cell, which is freaking crazy. And then you get 17 versus Piccolo, and then you get 16 versus Cell, and 16 was holding his own.
Yes, he was actually.
He definitely, I can say that probably 16 was definitely stronger than Cell, because what he was doing to Cell was insane.
And had he not had that chip taken out of him, it would have been a wrap.
It would have been a wrap. It would have been a wrap.
Actually, by this point, he tried to blow up on Cell when he was perfect, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, never mind. He didn't even assume to blow himself up by this point in time.
Because he didn't need it, because he knew he was stronger.
Yes, he honestly didn't. That just shows you. Actually, you made an amazing point. That shows you how strong 16 was. He felt the need to blow himself up against Perfect, but first form, he felt fine. Like, he didn't even feel the need.
He was like, nah, mid-diff at least.
And then, like, Kamikalo was even, like, honestly, he kind of beat first form Cell too, because Cell kind of like booked it out. He was like, oh, hell no, this wasn't in the data. And then, like, kind of booked it up out of there, bro. So it was like, yeah, like, Cell was kind of getting tossed around at first until he got 17. And then once he got 17, the arc picks back up. And then this card actually just released in Dokkan from where we were, you know, recording this right about now. We got one of the most iconic moments in Dragon Ball on the West side, at least. You know, I know it's not as popular on the, you know, on the other side, but here in the West, come on now. Final Flash for the first time. Beautiful.
Super Vegeta was just an amazing addition to it, because
we just
not
skipped
only
over the
did we-
hyperbolic time chamber.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. Like the hyperbolic time chamber, this room where you can go in for a day and you're spending an entire year in there. So Trunks and Vegeta go in there and get significantly stronger. That's when we get long hair Trunks, which is definitely one of the best looking Trunks ever.
Yes.
And he looks awesome in the Saiyan armor as well. But then you get Vegeta and he's like, okay, like I've mastered Super Saiyan. And you're like, mastered Super Saiyan? Like, we just got you in regular Super Saiyan.
And now you've mastered it?
Roided it up and just dog walks semi-perfect
absolutely destroys second form Cell.
Like he's just working him so bad. And I think that's just one of the and I think honestly one of my favorite moments of Super Vegeta is when Cell hits him in the mouth. He bleeds a little bit and just wipes the blood off. I'm like, oh, bro, it's just so raw. Bro, and then we also got to have Trunks versus Semi-Perfect Cell 2. So you got to see Trunks' work paid off as well. Yes. Trying to stop Cell from absorbing 18. Oh, man.
And then, did the final flash, was that against second form or perfect Cell?
Perfect.
Okay, yeah, that's why he survived it. Yeah, because and then we had, you know, after Vegeta having all these cool moments, we arguably have Vegeta's dumbest moment in all of Dragon Ball. Yeah, let him you know, absorb 18. Wait, Vegeta, no, what are you doing? He's already like you're just barely stronger than him now. Like, calm down, finish him off. No, I want to have a good fight. Vegeta, please. And then
Vegeta, please.
Vegeta once again goes back to his Vegeta ways. He gets absolutely destroyed.
And then we have freaking buff Trunks versus Cell, and that was actually good too. Like, we did get to see Trunks pretty much. He was definitely as strong as Cell. Definitely wasn't as fast, but he definitely was as strong, if not stronger. Now, if he just could have utilized speed over it too, oh man. But we're not even getting.
I definitely think Trunks was like. I think he was definitely on like close to Cell. I don't think he was there because, as we all know, Trunks said himself like he was holding himself back so he didn't look stronger than his dad, but he was clearly stronger than Vegeta. He said it himself. So like the fact that Vegeta got bodied so bad and Trunks was doing so well, and he wasn't nowhere near as slow as Vegeta was because his buff form was definitely a lot, you know, bigger once he actually started like trying. So, you know, Trunks definitely, I don't want to say he was probably as strong as Cell, but he definitely was close. He was way closer to Vegeta. He was able to hold his own, as we seen.
I think what it was, and I think Cell even like said it was that
retarded buff.
It was he said that Trunks was like, okay, Trunks tried to utilize strength, and he even said like Vegeta could have done that too, but Vegeta wanted to utilize strength and speed. Now, if Vegeta just would have utilized strength itself, he would have been probably on Cell's level because Vegeta was just OP at this point for no reason.
That final flash would have hit if he used all strength, and that might have did some damage.
That final flash would have done it. That final flash would have
He probably could have disintegrated Cell's entire body, and he wouldn't have been able to regenerate.
But it was just Trunks just thought that strength was everything, and that's not what it was.
And that's why he ultimately had his downfall.
Yeah, and then after that you have the Cell games. Goku comes out of the time chamber, and we're just gonna skip over Hercule. We don't need him.
Then we get a top fight in that. Goku vs. Cell was an amazing fight.
Instant Kamehameha.
Come on now.
Come on, dude. That was
Goku,
one of the best.
You think that's gonna hit me? Huh? Nani? Like, come on now.
We need that in Dokkan.
That's what I'm saying. Come on, hey, Worldwide Download Celebration where we're recording this. Come on now. A few days from now, in like 2-3 weeks. Not even a few days. All right, but yeah. Hey, y'all know what's crazy? We're still not at the climax of the arc yet. Like,
which
come on,
insane.
There's just so much you can't stop talking about this arc.
This arc is just so good. You had like Goku and Cell, like, were still just a great fight. Like, even when they still had the ring, Cell split into 4 and was just fighting Goku. And Goku's like, yeah, nah, I ain't doing all this. And then thing is, what was so cool about this is that as this is going on, we're getting a little glimpse of like what Gohan can do. Because Gohan is keeping up with everything. Gohan is watching.
He's
Gohan
the only one that can keep up.
Yes, he's the only one who's just like keeping up with them. So
And
you're
this
like,
is and
what
Vegeta,
is Gohan,
Trunks,
man?
Piccolo, all of them are here. Not one of them can keep up, but little bitty 11-year-old Gohan can.
Yes. And then Goku's like, you know what? I tap. Cool.
And we're like, what? That still
We're like,
confused
what?
me to this day, because Goku wasn't losing, but he just stated himself that he felt if the fight went on longer, he would have lost. I was like,
yeah.
Okay, I
I
guess. Look, I guess. I mean, but
then who did he
then
call
we
into
get
the
like
ring?
Super Saiyan Gohan versus Cell, which was in the beginning pretty dog water because Cell was kind of like bodying Gohan and forcing him to get strong. But no, because Goku gave him the Sensu Bean, right? First?
Yeah.
So Goku pulled a Vegeta and did a really dumb thing. And just sitting there with a smile while his son is getting absolutely squeezed to death. Look at my boy up there getting bear hugged until his lungs collapsed, bro. Like, Goku was literally an idiot for that. But then we get like the 16 moment. He tries to blows up. Cell like, no,
Cell
sorry,
Juniors.
it's not gonna work. Then
Cell Juniors came in too.
Cell Juniors came in. Then he steps on 16 head. Then we get the iconic transformation, the red line, the scream, the tears, the hair.
The bird. It was just, this is it. This is it. Super Saiyan 2 Gohan is one of the most, like, people will say that Super Saiyan 2 Gohan is one of their favorite characters in all of Dragon Ball. And it's a good reason why.
Yes.
Not only was he strong, but he looked cool. His hair was standing up. And like, we only got to see Super Saiyan 2 Gohan in two times. We got to see him in the main show and in the BoJack movie. And the BoJack movie, when he turned Super Saiyan, like, honestly, I like the BoJack movie is one of the best Dragon Ball Z movies that they have.
Yeah, I like BoJack.
Yeah, I like that. And I liked him in Goku's outfit with Super Saiyan 2. Nah, that was
crazy because that was pretty foreshadowed there.
Yeah.
Because the Buu Saga hadn't even happened, I want to say, at this point in time. Yeah, because Gohan would have been grown up anyway. Yeah, but like we're a little bit off topic, but nonetheless, go. And then here's the other thing: Gohan was literally shit talking Cell. He said, "Bro, I don't want to kill you. Like, just stand down before I have to." Like, this 11-year-old is talking to Cell. Like, Cell's the 11-year-old, and he's some grown man. Like, Gohan at this point in time was like such a character that you could not like you could not dislike him in the slightest. Like, you had to like him 100%, or it just was a surprise to anyone. Like, Gohan was that character at this point in time, bro. Like, everything about him was so lovable. His attitude, the way he went about things, the way he fought, like, we just loved Gohan. The way he looked, it was all him, this arc. It was literally all him.
And can we just talk about how everyone was low-key struggling against the Cell Juniors, and he pretty much just took them out,
bodying them.
No, like, just easily. And the fact that he kicked 18 out of Cell,
bro, he kicked another person out of Cell, bro. Like, and then he just sit, like, then we get the emotional moment. You know, the Bye Guys, bro. Like, come on now.
Bye Guys Goku, man.
Come on.
One of the best moments of, again, one of the best moments of Dragon Ball.
Exactly. And this was the first of two useless sacrifices, but nonetheless, a sacrifice that hit us originally. Because, of course, we all know that Majin Vegeta's sacrifice did the exact same thing the next arc.
Yeah, that's facts.
We really thought they took out the main villain just for the main villain to completely regenerate both times. But it's still, like I said, was nonetheless a very emotional and very good moment for Goku. And it really put everything in Gohan's hands now for sure. And then
you have Cell coming back, killing Trunks.
Yup.
Vegeta having a rage moment, because pretty much throughout the entire arc, Vegeta has been like trash talking Trunks. Yep. So you're like, oh, Vegeta actually cares. Gohan saves him, and then we have the iconic Kamehameha versus Cell. The one-arm Kamehameha.
The father-son Kamehameha versus the solar Kamehameha, or the perfect Kamehameha, whichever one you want to call it. Still, one of the most iconic clashes of all time. It's just, I'm pretty sure y'all have understand, like, we're rambling on for this probably longer than anyone on by far. Like, I'm pretty sure the Vegeta and the Saiyan Saga and the Frieza Saga probably took a shorter time than us talking about them combined in this one arc. But that just shows y'all how good the Cell Saga was executed and how good this arc truly is. Like, it's amazing.
Such a good arc. And then, like, a lot of other people just had really good moments. Like, Tien also had a good moment against Semi-Perfect Cell with his tri-beam.
Bro, like the tri-beam.
Kikoho, man. Come on now.
And then they talking about Tien. Goku's out here, like, actually worrying, like, Tien, chill out. You're going to kill yourself. I'm like, kill yourself, huh? So it was just like, it was so much going back and forth. Like, the action was non-stop. The story was there. The emotional moments, everything was just hidden in the right places at all the right times, man.
Yeah, it was just that good. And if you think it's not, then I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, I honestly don't know what to tell you neither.
This is peak Dragon Ball, if we're being honest. Like, this arc itself was just one of the best arcs that Dragon Ball has ever produced.
Yes, it definitely is one of my favorite arcs of all time.
I agree. It definitely is. Like, this, I'm not even gonna joke. This kind of trumps really anything that Super has done.
Yes, yeah, I would agree. The I mean, the only thing that really comes, because with the problem with Super is the arcs are so all over the place. If you ask me, like they have a whole bunch of Blue Saga arcs. Let's say that stuff is just coming out of the blue at this point.
The whole Future Trunks
literally
arc.
The start of Super was what a god. He's been here the whole time. He was the one that sealed away this and that. He was the one that told Frieza to destroy the Saiyan. Like, you start learning about more stuff that, I mean, I guess the Battle of Gods movie I didn't have a problem with, but like they could have just left it at that, if you ask me. They really could have. And then came back with some better stuff than the Goku Black arc, and then the Universe 6 arc and all this. And now, because the second Universe 6 arc started, that's when it was like, oh shit, dude, where are we going with this series now? So it's like, yeah, Super definitely has this issue. Hopefully they do a better job with the Moro and, Granola arc, which, I mean, they're looking better, but not too much better.
Yeah, true.
But, man, we're pushing 37 minutes, bro. Yeah, I think this is going to be a lot of editing right here. So I think I'm going to wrap this up before it knocks at 40.
All right.
Yeah, so
it's been really good having me on the channel. Thank you so much. I really enjoyed doing this. And I'm going to have you on my channel sometime soon.
Oh, very much appreciated. Very much appreciated for that. But yes, that's going to wrap up this video right here. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you stayed all the way to the end, we really thank you, to be honest with you, because Jesus, this was a long ride. This is about almost knocking a 40-minute video, by far the longest one I've ever made. But I truly thank anyone who's made it to the end. And also, while you while you're watching the video, you might as well go to the description, hit my boy NinjaShark's link in the description that I'm going to leave down there. Go check out his channel. He's going to make the comeback to YouTube very soon. He's already started off with a nice Tokyo Revengers video, so he's going to be back on the grind very, very soon. So let's get him some subs back over there. Let's get his channel back jumping.
Yeah, I got something to say.
Go ahead.
That like button free. That like button real free.
It really don't cost nothing.
Don't cost nothing.
It barely costs time, to be honest. Like, we're gonna be real. I mean, hey, but we ain't say nothing though. We didn't say nothing.
We ain't say nothing.
We just talking out loud. That's all. But yes, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you're new to the channel, you've been watching for quite some time, you haven't went down there, hit the subscribe button, please go ahead and go down there, hit the subscribe button. While you're down there, hit the like button as well, so we can hit our next sub goal of 200 subs. And yeah, with all that out the way, I'll see you guys in the next video.